Hey kiddos, I'm going to tell you a story about Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh was strong and mighty. He was also a brute. Whenever life in the palace was boring, he went to the nearby town and had lots of fun, wrestling with his people or throwing them up in the air. The people of Uruk were thrilled to have such a powerful king to protect them, but they were becoming tired of being Gilgamesh's playthings. So they prayed to Aruru, the fertility goddess. Goddess, please create someone as strong as our king that can equal and rival his powers. We are tired of these games. So Aruru did as they asked. She threw a handful of dirt down onto a field that magically transformed into Enkidu. Enkidu was a gargantuan, tall, powerful, and as fast as lightning. He drank from the rivers, lived with the deer, and fought bears and lions. When he finally came to live with humans in Uruk, Gilgamesh challenged him to a fight. He had met his match. Gilgamesh was dancing around the palace, saying, "Finally, I have a friend. Come on, Enkidu, let's fight." "Do you want to wrestle, or are you still eating?" Enkidu teased. "Not now, an adventure awaits us," said Gilgamesh as he gazed into the distance. "Enkidu, no man has been able to enter the cedar forest for fear of the monster, Humbaba. I think it's time you and I changed that." "Are you out of your mind?" asked Enkidu. "Humbaba is the scariest of monsters. His woods are dark. Even his voice is as frightening as thunder." "Oh, Enkidu, are you shaking?" mocked Gilgamesh. "You, who has fought lions with his bare hands?" "Absolutely," said Enkidu. "You should be ashamed of yourself." "No, I won't be. I will not be ashamed, nor will I fight this monster. I quite like being alive, thank you." "Fine, I will go alone," said Gilgamesh. Enkidu sighed. "Going alone is dangerous, but worse, going alone is boring. You know what, my friend? I will join. Not because I think this is a good idea, but because I find it extremely silly and know that you would need my help." Just before they left, the king did what every hero should do before they leave on an adventure. He went to kiss his mother goodbye. Gilga's mother was not only wise, but also the powerful goddess, Ninsun. "Hey, Ma, how about a blessing and a kiss before I go?" said the grinning Gilgamesh. Ninsun smiled back, hiding tears. "I wish I had a normal son, and not a stubborn brute that wants to fight Humbabas in his spare time," the goddess thought. Because she was wise, she knew that letting her child make their own mistakes was part of the whole mothering game. "Good luck, my sweet Gilgu." She gave him a kiss. "I love you." As they turned to leave, she said, "Enkidu, please take care of my baby. He is quite fond of mischief, as you know. Here's a charm that will help and protect you both on this quest." After a long day of walking, Gilgamesh and his friend found a place to rest. Before he went to bed, Gilgamesh asked the god Shamash for a dream, a specific dream. "Just a very nice one that shows that I will win the battle, please." "Nothing too complicated," muttered Gilgamesh drowsily as he drifted off to sleep. At midnight, Enkidu awoke to Gilgamesh screaming. "What happened?" he asked his friend. "I dreamt the worst nightmare," Gilgamesh told Enkidu. "There is an enormous mountain falling on us." Enkidu laughed, knowing that Gilgamesh was not very good at interpreting messages from the gods. "It sounds like a great dream to me. The mountain symbolizes Humbaba. We will defeat him and he will fall." He yawned and went back to sleep. The next day came, and the next night. Again, Gilgamesh asked Shamash for a lovely dream. Again, at midnight, Enkidu woke with the cries of Gilgamesh. "What now?" "This dream was even worse," panted Gilgamesh. "I dreamt about a wild bull which cracked the earth with its mighty bellows, and when he ran, he created such a dust storm that it covered the whole world." "Oh, don't worry about that," said Enkidu grumpily as he tried to get back to sleep. "The bull is the god Shamash that will help us in battle. Come here, I'll give you a hug." On the third day, they reached the edge of the cedar forest and were greeted by a great rumbling roar from the ferocious monster Humbaba. "For the record, I didn't want to come here," said Enkidu. "Gilga, one last time. How about we forget this idea and keep our lives?" "Don't worry, my friend," Gilgamesh replied. "We will win this battle. We have the charm, the favor of the god Shamash, and each other. All is well." The companions started their walk deep into the dark forest. Their hearts pounding was the only sound until an enormous roar came through the trees. Roar! The giant, hairy, ugly monster had found them. Humbaba had the face of a lion, a thorny, scaled body, horns of a bull, a terrible tail, long teeth, and nails as sharp as swords. The monster boomed, "Boasting Gilgamesh and silly, loyal friend Enkidu, did you think you could defeat me?" Enkidu muttered, "Well, now you mention it, I didn't really." Humbaba interrupted, roaring, "Step forward, if you dare." Surprisingly, Gilgamesh held his friend tightly and whispered, "I am terrified." Enkidu shook him and said, "Come on, Gilga. You can defeat him. I've got your back. Together, we are unbeatable." Enkidu's voice filled Gilgamesh's heart with courage. He charged at Humbaba with the help of the spirits, his mother's charm, Shamash, and his loyal friend Enkidu. After a gruesome battle, Gilgamesh triumphed. The two friends embraced and cried in relief and joy. "I'm so proud of you for overcoming your fears," said Enkidu. "I am proud of myself too," said Gilgamesh, "but not because of that, or that we won, but because I have proven that I know how to pick the very best of friends."